What is mental health? Have you ever had one of those days where brushing your hair feels like climbing a mountain, but you can't quite explain why? Or maybe you've snapped at someone over literally nothing and thought, okay, what is going on with me? Here's the secret most of us forget. Mental health isn't some distant concept reserved for doctors or people in crisis. It's quietly influencing your life every single day. Your energy, your reactions, your relationships, even that 3 a.m. overthinking session. Today, we're breaking it all down. No jargon, no fluff. In this video, we're going to unpack what mental health really means beyond the buzzwords. We'll talk about how it affects your daily routine, relationships, work, your physical health, the red flags to watch for, and what you can do to feel better. Think of this as the mental health chat you should have had in school but didn't. By the end, you'll know how to spot when things are off and what small habits actually make a difference. Hey guys, welcome back to HerSphere. I'm so glad to have you here. Please can you like the video, leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel. And let's get straight into the video. What is mental health? Simple definition. Let's start with the basics. Mental health is simply how you think, feel, and cope with life. Yep, just that. It's your emotional well-being, your stress response, your decision-making, your relationships, and your resilience. Think of your mental health as the operating system running in the background. When it's running smoothly, life feels manageable. When it's glitching, everything feels like wading through wet cement. Having good mental health doesn't mean you're happy all the time. It just means your emotions don't completely take over your life. Mental health versus mental illness. Here's where people get confused. Mental health and mental illness aren't the same thing. We all have mental health all the time. It can be amazing one month and tough the next. Mental illnesses like anxiety disorders, depression, PTSD, OCD are diagnosed medical conditions. You can have poor mental health without having a mental illness, and you can have a mental illness and still enjoy good mental well-being with treatment and support. It's the difference between a me that's sore after running and diagnosed arthritis. Both deserve attention, but they're not identical. How mental health affects work and productivity. Ever stared at your computer for hours and accomplished absolutely nothing? Or reread the same email 7 times because your brain refuses to cooperate? That's mental health at work. When it dips, concentration tanks, decision-making becomes a nightmare, and creativity evaporates. Suddenly you're exhausted but somehow still unproductive. Good mental health, on the other hand, means clarity, motivation, better teamwork, and fewer I'm one tiny inconvenience away from losing it moments. Mental health and relationships. Your mental health doesn't stay in your head. It spills into every relationship. When you're struggling, you might withdraw, snap over tiny things, feel numb, or push people away even when you need them most. But when your mental health is solid, you communicate better, set boundaries, show up for people you love, and actually enjoy time together. Poor mental health makes connections harder. Good mental health makes connection possible. Students and school performance. If you've got teenagers or you're studying yourself, mental health hits hard here. When students struggle mentally, it's not about intelligence. It's about the brain being too overwhelmed to function. Signs include procrastination, perfectionism, withdrawing from friends, headaches, stomach aches, or complete apathy. Modern school pressure doesn't help. Between exams, friendships, social media, and figuring out who you are, mental health challenges are incredibly common. Mind and body connection. Here's the wild part. Your mind and body are basically the most intense long-term couple ever. They constantly influence each other. Chronic stress raises blood pressure and weakens your immune system. Anxiety tightens muscles and messes with digestion. Poor sleep worsens mental health, which then worsens sleep. It's a feedback loop. Your body is often the first to show signs your mental health is struggling. Tiredness, stomach issues, headaches, and tension. Signs your mental health is struggling. Most of us are terrible at spotting our own warning signs. But here are the red flags: emotional changes like sadness, irritability, anxiety, or numbness. Behavioral shifts. Behavioral shifts: withdrawing, sleeping too much or too little, overeating or barely eating, relying on alcohol or substances. Cognitive symptoms like racing thoughts, concentration issues, negative self-talk. Physical symptoms: fatigue, headaches, digestive issues. One or two is normal, but if several stick around for weeks and disrupt daily life, it's time to take it seriously. What causes mental health problems? There's rarely just one cause. Mental health struggles usually come from a mix of three things: biological, genetics, hormones, and brain chemistry. Psychological, trauma, coping skills, personality, and self-talk. Social, loneliness, stress, money worries, discrimination, and relationship issues. Most mental health problems happen when several of these collide at the worst possible time. A stressful job, plus lack of support, plus past trauma. That's the perfect storm. Daily habits to improve mental health. Good news, you don't need to overhaul your life. Small habits work wonders. Move your body, even a 20-minute walk counts. Prioritize sleep, like your brain depends on it. Connect with people. Loneliness is more dangerous than smoking. Eat food that makes you feel genuinely nourished. Create tiny rituals: your morning coffee, journaling, stretching, and most importantly, set boundaries like your well-being depends on it, because it does. When to seek professional help. So when is it time to reach out? When symptoms last more than 2 weeks. When everyday life becomes overwhelming. When you struggle to function, lose interest in things you loved, or rely on substances to cope. Or if you have thoughts of harming yourself. You don't need the perfect words. Just tell your GP, "I've been struggling and I need support." There are options: therapy, medication, support groups, NHS services, private options. Whatever fits your needs. Supporting someone else. If someone you love is struggling, you don't need to fix it. Just listen. Check in regularly. Offer practical help like, "I'm going to the shop, want anything?" Learn about what they're going through. Respect boundaries. Don't take mood swings personally. Encourage support gently. And take care of yourself too. You can't pour from an empty cup. Myth busting. Let's ditch some myths. Mental health problems are weakness. Nope. Medical condition, not character flaw. Think positive. Sorry, toxic positivity doesn't fix clinical depression. Mental health issues are rare. 1/4 of people experience them yearly. Medication changes who you are. False, it treats symptoms so you can be yourself. You can't recover. Many people manage conditions and live full, joyful lives. Final thoughts. Mental health isn't an optional extra. It's the foundation of how you experience every single day. It influences your work, your relationships, your physical health, and the quality of your entire life. And here's the empowering part. You have more control than you think. Small habits, honest reflection, and asking for help can completely change things. You deserve to feel well. And if you don't right now, that doesn't make you broken, it makes you human. If this video helped you understand mental health a bit better, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. And tell me in the comments, what's one small thing you're doing today to take care of your mental well-being? Let's keep this conversation going. To learn more about this topic, check out the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.